Welcome back to The Bridge. Joining me now are a Dublin-based band fronted by the enigmatic Ronan Turner, who loves nothing more than jumping down off the stage mid-performance at Balcony TV Awards 2007 and gyrating in the face of innocent young ladies. You are excused. Red Kid, you're very welcome.
Thanks very much. A very enigmatic introduction there.
Yes. Hang your head in shame.
Yes, shame.
Shame.
This is Keith Murdoch.
How's it going? Hello.
John Rice.
Hello.
Myself, Ronan from Red Kid. The other two lads unfortunately couldn't make it, Aidan and Dan. You can check them out on the site. Anyway.
So
how are you?
Great,
You're
none
still
of bother.
traumatised?
It was like my rock and roll moment that will live with me, like that'll stand the test of time.
Flashbacks and stuff.
Flashbacks are
Yeah,
great.
they do
and
happen.
I could just feel the sweat on my face. It's just flying off your body, and I was like, "Oh, this is rock and roll."
What channel is this going on again?
So do you remember?
Over 18.
Yeah.
Do you remember that gig?
I do indeed. Yeah, I always remember the good ones. That was a good laugh. We came actually on. I think we came on twice that night because one of the other bands pulled out at the last minute, so we did a whole twice.
We'll do more scandal, Bob. We won't.
Oh yeah, we won't get involved in all that. Like,
Well, we went on once we were sober. The second time we were shot completely. Like, it was like,
yeah.
Gyrating, that's what it was.
But the boy can gyrate. Oh my God.
I learned that myself and Keith would have done it as well, but
Yeah.
our guitar cables don't stretch that far.
Yeah.
Like,
That's exactly what That's true.
I got to put you on a short lead. Jeez.
Now listen, the songs, I have to say, when you go to a Red Kid gig, you come out feeling like you've done an hour on the treadmill, and that's just from a spectator's point of view. You feel like you've been entertained, and because some bands take it so seriously and gigs are so serious, but your gigs are just so entertaining. It's brilliant energy, like you must be wrecked.
Yeah, I was actually just chatting to a taxi driver on the way down, a guy from a band called Orange something from a few years ago, about 20 years ago.
Okay.
And he
That's
was
where the energy comes
in
taxis.
we were chatting away, and we were talking about energetic frontmen, and I was saying like I idolise people from the bands like the Christie from Aslan, the rock and roll, the Rolling Stones, people who live the music, Prince, who really let the music go inside them, and that's what I try and do on stage. I don't try and do, I just do it until you're exhausted when you come off stage, and then you've done an alright gig. You know what I mean? Like, so it's good fun, like Iggy Pop.
Yeah. That's how it seems. It seems like you really are enjoying your own music, and there's nothing more infectious than going to a gig and seeing a band who actually love what they're doing and they enjoy their own music. You know, so well done there. So, and a couple of your tracks were picked up for two surfing documentaries or something.
Four tracks altogether it was on a surfing documentary called The Silver Surfers. Yeah, it was about these guys who started off surfing in Dublin and in Bray years and years ago, and 20 years later they all met up again and went surfing again when they're out lads, and they used four of the tracks.
Well, there's another surf film coming out. I don't know what it is with surfers, but we seem to have an American sound, which I think goes down very well, for surfers. I'm taking it up this year, so this year I'll be on the surf. I am this year. I went in diving for my first. Yeah, it's my first thing to do. It's on my list. I've also got to read the Bible from cover to cover, and so there's a number of things. There's honestly the deadly website.
101 things to do in 1,010 days.
You have to run with the Bulls. You have to run with the Bulls. We're all going to run with the Bulls next year because that's where my wife's from. So we're all going to go over and run with the Bulls.
Congratulations as well. You got married. So how's married life treating you, Keith?
Grand. It's great. It's brilliant. It's exactly the same except you get away with more. That's basically it.
So you recommend it?
Oh, definitely, highly.
They're on the hunt now. Jeez, God bless us. I'm only joking. So, and Balcony TV nominations, everyone just seems to be latching on, to the sound, and people are really feeling the music, which is great. Does it matter to you though whether people like you or hate you?
Well, I think someone said a few years ago, you're not getting any of your music until people love or hate your music, because then they don't have an opinion. So it's great that people have an opinion. Put it that way.
Be it good or bad. Once the reaction.
I know, but honestly, we just enjoy our gigs. We go out there, we do it for ourselves because we love doing it. Otherwise we wouldn't be in a band and we wouldn't be at it this long, plugging away. And the first album is out, and I think it's a cracking album. We put a lot of time, money into it. All the money we earned over the last few years, so hopefully get some of it back. That's the idea.
This album, I got a copy free a few weeks ago off your manager Paul. Great manager, but actually it helps to have a good manager as well.
It does. Paul's done a great job.
And Paul works so hard.
Tenerife for the last
because he's working so hard.
Oh yeah.